member, volunteer, global citizen, and more. And in each of these roles that we play, we have dozens, hundreds, maybe thousands of actions, tasks, and responsibilities that we need to manage in order to be the kind of person we want to be in all parts of our lives. For example, we aren't likely to find it acceptable to be a great colleague, but a mediocre parent, or to be a great partner, but an unreliable friend. But holding ourselves to these high standards in all parts of our lives is not only hard, it can also be exhausting, overwhelming, and stressful. So what then is the solution? Harnessing our time, our to-do list, and our productivity. Productivity is not some innate talent. It's a skill you can learn and practice like any other. Before you decide where you want to go with this book, it helps to understand where you are now with your productivity, your ability to achieve your most significant results. I generally see 3 different stages of productivity in my clients. Stage 1, busy but not productive. Have you ever had a day fly by in a flurry of activity but leave you unsure at the end whether you really accomplished anything? We all have days like this sometimes, but if you're in stage 1 productivity, almost all of your days fit this description. When you're at stage 1 productivity, you stay primarily in a reactive mode. Or if you read the first book in the series, Attention Management, you're in the reactive and distracted quadrant. This means that dealing with other people and other people's goals dominates your day. Going to meetings, answering emails, returning phone calls, clearing other communications like instant messages and chat, and putting out fires. Your job may require you to spend a lot of time being reactive. For example, if you're a manager, your job requires you to put your team's goals first, keep your team members on track, ensure they meet deadlines, and help resolve their interpersonal issues. If, however, you have even one responsibility that doesn't depend on your staff, for which you alone are responsible, and it cannot be delegated, then you must find some time to be proactive in order to get that project or task done. However, you'll have a hard time doing that if you're stuck in stage 1 productivity. This stage is often characterized by long work hours because you may spend your days dealing with others and spend your evenings and weekends getting your own work done, or the reverse. Stage 1 productivity is often a step on the path to burnout. Stage 2, claiming proactive time. In stage 2 productivity, you make time daily to be proactive. You regularly knock things off your to-do list, and you finish each workday with at least some sense of accomplishment. That is, during your normal workday, you actually completed some of the tasks that were most important to you, so you could feel good about using your evening to disconnect from work. While this is a great place to be, you may also recognize that you never have the opportunity to collect your thoughts, plan ahead, and be strategic. And this frustrates you because it's standing in the way of the success you know you could achieve. You've got ideas that you are excited to pursue, but months go by and you haven't made much progress. Perhaps you think, if I only had more time. But you have the same 24 hours in a day that everyone else gets. Traditional time management techniques you've learned in the past dictate that you make appointments with yourself on your calendar, but you find yourself regularly breaking those appointments and dragging them over and over to the next day or the next week on your calendar. This is an indicator that your life is a little too complex to use just a calendar to manage it. You need a more comprehensive system. Stage 3, moving steadily toward your goals. You'll know you're at stage 3 productivity when these 2 things happen. 1, you accomplish more of the important things each day that move you closer to your major goals or initiatives. 2, you regularly take time to think, to plan, and to marshal your creativity and your unique set of talents, skills, and abilities to get an edge in your work and your life. Which stage sounds the most like you now? How would moving to the next stage of productivity make your life better? Make a note about where you are currently so that you can see how much you change as you listen to this book and become more empowered over your productivity, your ability to achieve more of your